Hello guys and welcome to another video. I'm gonna do a video today over my thoughts on top model Luluca. So currently I'm running her on Dingus Orb build, even though I know that the most popular build out there is gonna be Time Matter. But I'm gonna speak about or talk about the strong points and the weak points of each build, and I'm gonna just tell you why I'm gonna use and I'm gonna stick with the Dingus Orb build after I used it. So basically, I'm using her on an attack-sided build because I really want to optimize the amount of shield that I get from Dingus Orb. And I will look for maxing out this Dingus Orb on the shop when it comes around, so I'm going to be pretty happy when that drops. So optimally, I really just want to build her with 210 speed, 300% crit damage or over, and 4,000 attack. The 4,000 attack on my build is basically guaranteed. I'm still 2 Star Awakens away. She's still going to get base attack, and she's going to get the Awakening Star that gives her attack percentage, and her ring is not reforged, and I already have a ring that I'm going to replace for her and reforge for her. So she's going to go over 4k attack, so I'm actually okay with that. Still need to get a little bit more speed into my build, and the ring that I have currently is going to put me over 300% crit damage. All I have to do is get a little bit more speed. So this is the build that I'm going to run, and the shield that she's going to get from Dingus Orb is going to be ridiculous. And if you guys don't know how it works with stealth and shields, when you have a stealth unit with a shield, if you don't break the shield, you don't break the stealth. That's how it works. That's why I want to use it this way, because even with AoEs, if people try to kill her through AoE, if they don't break the shield, they don't break the stealth, and she becomes protected, and she will guarantee herself another turn, and her S1 is a very, very strong tool. And Dingus Orb helps you kill enemies, because every time you cast Dingus Orb, you get a barrier, and then your damage for your next attack will be increased by 15%, and this will go up with the level of the Dingus Orb and the shield as well. So it's going to help you kill people better with your S3, so therefore you can reset your team. I mean, you can reset your cooldowns. Let's talk about Time Matter build. I think the Time Matter build is very, very good, but I do have some things that I don't like about it. While Dingus Orb is very weak to AoE stripping, Blingo is also weak to AoE stripping. I'm going to run them both together, and they're both going to have the same weakness, which means that if I wipe and I kill the stripper on their team, they're going to have a massive disadvantage. And that's why I want to have two characters that have the same weakness, so I can cater to that weakness better in RTA. Having two units that have different weaknesses is going to be harder. So let's talk about Time Matter. I'm actually going to put her on Time Matter, and I'm going to show you how I would actually use her on Time Matter. It's actually, there's no point to upgrade the Time Matter, because all we want from it is reset. If you don't know what Time Matter does, every time you kill someone with a skill, it resets the cooldown of your skills by 1. She also already does that with S1, and this is why she's so good with Time Matter, because you do S2 attack buff X return into S3, you reset once from the skill, once from the Time Matter, and it makes your victory pose completely done. It goes back off cooldown. Then you cast it, get an extra turn, and then you get your cooldown again on this. So you can actually just do S2, S3, S2, S3 as long as she gets a turn. So normally people are showcasing this on Arena with double Oxlots and Luluca, because that's how they can provide turns for her, so she can actually perform this way. I do find this very, very complicated to use in RTA, because it's really easy to just take it off. If you use only one Time Matter, only one Oxlots and not just the green lots, you're not going to be able to give her so many turns, to the point that she's actually going to be able to kill multiple people. So in RTA, the bringing that team comp is going to be pretty complicated. And I have something else. You don't get protection to your stealth. The moment a counter from an SSP, anything like that, procs, you're going to lose your stealth, you're going to take damage, and then you're possibly going to die if you don't give her enough turns so she can keep going into stealth. And this is a big thing, because also Time Matter does not increase your damage on the skill that you cast, only on your next skill after you kill someone, which means that it's a problem, because it does not help you kill people. Which means that if you're going to fight a tankier comp with ML Luluca, what you're going to find is, if you don't kill someone with ML Luluca, you're going to be screwed, because all your cooldowns are going to be up, and you're going to be completely out of turns, because you're going to have stealth, you're not going to have a shield, and you're going to have 2 turn on your victory pose, and you're going to have 3 turn on your demolish. So you're going to be in a very bad position. So against the current meta that has a lot of damage reduction, taking Time Matter build, I don't think is the best, especially because you would have to build her full DPS. You have to completely commit to the DPS just to make sure that she can actually go with and kill someone with S3. And I think that's just not as good for her since she does have a little bit of speed scaling on her S3, and I just think that's just how you should do it, right? I think you either build her very fast to snipe someone, or you build her sort of fast with as much DPS stats as you are doing, like I am doing currently. So I think Time Matter build, very fun, but only usable if you can outspeed your enemies and kill a cleave, and then it's going to be usable because you can actually do that much. If you don't kill your enemy, Time Matter is not going to proc, your S3 is not going to proc, so it's highly reliant on the enemy taking one squishy unit that you cannot kill, and then boom, you just lose. You need the enemy to have one unit that you can kill to actually reset, otherwise you're not going to be able to do it. So the way I'm going to run ML Luluca today on my arena showcase is I'm going to run her on my Spez comp. My Spez comp is made up of, let me just choose this team just to showcase the team. This is the comp that I'm taking right now. It's a slow Oxlots that is slower than ML Luluca, and then every time, so it's going to be a strip, slow stun, and then she's going to take a turn, self-attack buff, kill an enemy, reset herself, and then a slow Oxlots with Spirit's Breath is going to push her up, and every time she kills someone, Sashitans from Leo is going to proc, which is going to make Oxlots take multiple turns and give her multiple turns. So she works exactly as my Spez comp team. If you haven't seen that, it's a really easy video to find. Just look up Spez comp NativeME and you'll find it. So we're going to use it the same way, and this is actually a pretty good team to take it against. Please know, I am in Masters in Arena because I was doing a video. I lost 10 times in a row because I was trying to do a meme. I forgot my account was left at Masters because I was just chilling in Challengers, and then I just completely got down. So don't take these enemies into account. I just want to showcase things, okay? It's not that it's going to be viable, it's just that I want to showcase how it works, right? So we're going to go into this enemy because there's not much of a speed threat, and we do have some control to deal with it. So let's see. We're going to strip push back. Leo is going to need to pull through with some stuns, hopefully on this Vildred. We didn't get the Vildred, but we slowed the Vildred, and that was enough for us to take a turn, and that's why Leo is so good with his comp. So this is how it goes. We're going to push her up, and we're going to take out the most threat target, which honestly is just Dizzy. Dizzy is the highest threat target here, so we're going to kill, and we're going to proc Sashitans, and we're going to reset ourselves. Alright, so we kill, Time Matter procs, our S3 procs, we give her another turn, and now she's got it again, and this is basically the principle behind this whole thing, right? You kill the threats, and then you keep resetting yourself, and you keep getting team to... Look at my team on the bar. They're already above 50%. My Harado got a turn, so that's something. All right, they're going to take a turn. My Leo's going to get pushed back, but my Leo doesn't really matter too much right now, so it's fine. So as you can see, now we're going to be able to give another turn to Luluca. She's going to do her thing again. And then she basically is working in this team like a Spez. Every time you get a turn, you kill the enemy, boom, GG, right? That's just how she's working in this comp right now. So now we're going to remove her skill null. We're going to give her yet another turn. And then yet she's going to do it again, and that's basically the Time Matter build, and that's why it works, and that's why people think it's so impressive, because it kind of works like my Spez comp. You kill things, you kill things, you kill things, the enemy doesn't even get to move, and you keep resetting yourself. And I think it's a pretty good build. But as you can see, I have no protection. Any counter from the enemy team would have completely obliterated me, okay? And now, I'm going to run the same comp, but I'm going to run it with a... little bit of a different build, okay? We're going to go for a Time Matter build, which, with a Dingus Orb build. So I'm going to swap her artifact. Actually, before that, we're going to do something else. We're going to try to find a team that has a little bit of a defensive lineup. And I'm going to go for this one, okay? This team has a defensive lineup. I still have Time Matter on her, and I'm going to try to kill this SSB. The problem with SSB is that they can be high DPS sided, which means that you will kill, and other times it's just not going to be. So if you try to go for the Momo, she's going to be tanky, she's not going to die. You go for the N, not going to die. You go for Crow, not gonna die. SSB might die. So we're gonna take the same comp into this team, and we're gonna see how successful we can actually make it into killing this SSB. Because the problem with Time Matter is that you need and you are forced to using your S3, because your S3 is the one that provides you the extra setup, right? So, for example, if I go for SSB right now and if she doesn't die, that means that I will not be able to get the second reset from my Time Matter, which is going to leave me in a very bad situation. But I do think this is a pretty squishy SSB. It is. So it ends up working, but if this was a proper team with mitigation, that would mean that this SSB would probably survive, but just imagine the scenario that she survives in, right? I would give her back her turn, and what would look like is I would have 2 turns on Victory Pose, and I would have 3 turns on Demolish, because I did not take that reset. And that's why I think she's going to require some really insane stats to be able to make it even work, okay? So I think it's a fun comp. I mean, I think it's a fun way to build, but now I'm going to use my Dingus Orb team against the same thing, and you're going to see that I'm actually going to kill that SSB a bit faster than I did with this, and we'll see what the follow-up actually goes for, right? All right, here we go. I swapped to Dingus Orb. Now you're going to see that the damage assistance that Dingus Orb gives is going to make it so we kill this SSB by a little bit more than a margin, because that SSB kill was very, very close. Now you're going to see how it's not as close anymore, right? All right. And as you can see, I have a chance of getting defense broken there, which is very, very much fair. I'm not going to give her attack buff. I'm actually just going to go S1 on someone else, like him. All right, that's convenient, I guess. All right, we're going to go for a big-ass shield here. And we're going to go now for the kill, and you're going to see that this time around, it's going to deal damage that it's going to go over, which we need to kill. As you can see, it went like 2,000 attack over, and before it was like 500 attack even. And my Dingus Orb is not maxed, which is a big thing. We only stunned him. Like, let's just get rid of him. So as you can see, there's nothing on the enemy team that they can do to actually touch the Luluca. Luluca is going to be able to get her away with her stuff just because there's nothing the enemy can do. And this team, again, I'm going to tell you, it's not optimal to take with Emma Luluca. And with Emma Luluca in this build, you can actually just do a lot more S1s and abuse the fact that your S1 is actually pretty strong. And with the other build, you cannot use your S1 ever, because your S1 is a good part of your kit. If you want to deal with SSBs, if you want to do all that stuff, your S1 is going to be very, very useful. It's just that you're not going to be able to use it with the other comp. And as you can see, we waited 1 turn with protection. Nothing could have killed us then. And now we just have full protection. I think this is the better build. I think this is a safer build. She's not as ridiculous with this build, but as you can see, the damage goes up by a little bit. And if you have a max Dingus Orb, the shield goes up, the damage goes up, and it's just a really, really good artifact to use, especially if you're going for an attack-sided build like me. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to address the very nice comments that people have been leaving in my video. They've been, putting suggestions down. I really appreciate it, and I just wanted to give you my thoughts after using her. I think she's going to have a very big impact in the game. She's going to be one of the better, RB counters out there, and she's just going to counter a lot of things because units with extinction are extremely valuable, and this one is not like Spez. Spez's damage without a stun is pretty bad, even though he has 30% penetration. With her, you have a lot more room to build because her speed scaling allows her to actually be fast, and you have a use, because if you want to fight another cleave and you're using a really, really fast, you can actually snipe a unit, and that unit is never coming back. That's the power of extinction, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for the support you've left on my Emma Luluca video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It was good old fun. It's a very good unit. I'm really happy about her. I'm working on plus 15ing her now, just waiting on the Dark Dungeon to come in because I really just don't have any Dark Awakening mats, and that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.